Shalom. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Kakadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Gms, and salutations to you, brothers, who's pushing the truth, four corners, highways, and byways, and all praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Kakadash. This is Isaiah 32, verse 9. Rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech. This scripture is to you women, to all the women, especially the ones that's following, the brothers that are in this truth. Obey. You need to obey your head, right? Because the scripture said, the man is the head over the woman. And it also says, ye husbands, love your wives, meaning to care for them according to the scripture. Do the office of a husband towards them, right? Because in this pandemic, and even in the evil times to come, these perilous times, you women would need these men, the men of the Lord especially, for a guide and for protection, right? Because like it is written in 1 Corinthians chapter 3 and verse, not Corinthians, let me get it, it's 1 John chapter 3 verse 2. It says, Beloved, now are we the sons of God, and it doth not yet appear what we shall be. Because to you, to the world, these men of the Lord may not look as if they're anything. They might not seem to be as if they're anything, or they can do of any help. Like some calls us bums. We cannot do anything, to save you. But we, through this faith, we believe that Yahweh Hashem will protect us. And we know by this truth, Yahweh Hashem is going to protect us. It says, but we know that when he shall appear, we shall be like him, for we shall see him as he is. Right? Yahweh shall appear, we shall be like him as he is. So going back to this Isaiah 32 verse 9, it says, Rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech. Right? Because the prophet is going to prophesy. It says, Many days and year shall ye be troubled, ye careless women, for the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come. Right? The vintage shall fail and the gathering shall not come. This is basically the protection of these the police, the system, the laws of this system, of this kingdom that are built up to give women a certain power and to also protect the women, and to give you all that edge over the men, right? All these gonna fail. Even in this so-called coronavirus pandemic, it's a time whereby they causing these countries to have border lockdowns and so on, which means certain market with stocks, food supplies, your sanitary supplies, such as you stay free, your pads, for your children, the pampers, and these what's the lack of better words, the product for your IQ, your hygienic stuff, right? They're basically gonna cut them off from coming into the country. All your nails that you run after, your hair, the cream, And these things is gonna cut off. You know? It goes on to say, tremble ye women that are at ease, right? At ease, be troubled, ye careless ones, strip you and make you bare, and God sackcloth upon your lines. Now the sackcloth upon your lines, you know, and they strip you, make you bare, you're gonna either be raped, you know, robbed, you know. Even at this time, some of you stocking up food. In this perilous time to come, people gonna invade houses. You know, you are so-called single women, you independent women, you're gonna be run over. You know, it's only a men of the Lord, their houses are gonna be protected. You know, it says, they shall lament for the teeth, for the pleasant field, for the fruitful vine. You know, you're gonna mourn. These women gonna mourn. You know, these careless women, they're gonna mourn. The women that don't wanna adhere to their husband, that don't wanna obey the scripture, they're gonna mourn. You know, they're gonna be in fear. Right? This is Isaiah chapter, get it, chapter 3 verse. Let me get this for us. Isaiah 32 and verse 1. It says, behold, a king shall reign in righteousness, and the princes shall rule in judgment. Right? Yahushai and the men of the Lord. Right? Verse 2. And a man shall be as an hiding place from the wind, and a covert from the tempest, as rivers of water in a dry place, as the shadow of a great rock in a weary land. Now, the weary land is talking about the destruction, you know, that's coming, the confusion, the escalation of distress and anguish. You know, a man shall be a hiding place, the men in that will rule in the righteousness. You know, right? Why? This Isaiah chapter 4 and verse 1. It says, and in that day 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we shall eat our own bread and wear our apparels, only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. Basically, the women are going to be in fear, and they're going to be looking for men to save them from these times to come, from the perilous times. Right? Get it. This is 2nd Ezra, I think it's chapter 6 and verse 4. So okay, just bear with me. That's like yeah. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 16 verse 33. It says, the virgins shall mourn having no bridegrooms. So women shall mourn, having no husbands. Their daughters shall mourn, having no helpers. Alright? Yeah, so these people, these women gonna mourn because because why? Verse 34 it says, in the war shall their bridegrooms be destroyed, and their husbands shall perish of famine. Right? They might not die of hunger, but running out to seek for food. These men that are not guided by the Lord, they're gonna fall by the sword. They're gonna fall in this war, fall in the war, because it's gonna get a race war. It's gonna get a fight. It's gonna be a escalation of destruction and confusion in the land. Right? I just wanna play a video, short video, to show how people is gonna be cunning. It's kind of funny. The scripture says in Proverbs, I will laugh at your calamity when your fear cometh. Right? But nevertheless, this video is basically how people's mind is gonna be for stocks. This is how it's gonna be. So yes, let's get it.
We have essentially a wartime president now. The war is against this coronavirus. We know what we need to do to flatten that curve, and we're confident working together with the American people, doing what the CDC recommends, with government and business.
Hey, Michelle. I know it's been a little while. I just wanted to check in and see how you're doing with this whole corona situation.
I'm doing fine. It's kind of random that you're calling.
I know. It's been a crazy week, and I was thinking about you and wanted to make sure that you're doing okay.
It's really sweet of you. How are you?
Doing all right at my apartment, doing this quarantine thing and just trying to stay busy.
I mean, I've watched so much Netflix, I think my brain might explode. My roommate's also been out of town for a week and a half. She's in Utah, so I've had quite a bit of alone time.
Well, do you want some company?
I don't think that's a great idea.
I know we haven't spoken much this past year. We did spend 5 years of our lives together. You probably know me better than anyone else.
I don't know.
We'll keep each other company for a little bit. Alright? I promise you, I don't have the coronavirus.
Okay, fine. But we're not hooking up.
I'll see you in a little bit. To old friends, quarantining together.
Cheers.
Cheers. You know what's crazy? Is this place smells the exact same.
It's the apple cinnamon candles, isn't it?
That's what it is. I need to go buy a box of those. I probably shouldn't, because every time I smell it, I'm going to think of you. Michelle, I had a lot of time to reflect the past week, and I realized that, I miss you in my life.
I really miss you too.
I should have checked in a long time ago.
It's okay. I'm gonna be right back. Why don't you pick a movie for us to watch?
I think I know the perfect one.
Mason?
Gotcha, bitch.
Yeah, so as you could clearly see here, the dude he he was just over there for the food, Yeah, so hope this video was edifying. You brothers, stay alert, stay strong. And unto you women, stand by these men that are seeking you know, instruction and guidance from the scriptures, your head, you know. And you women, you know, be good to your husband, you know. So shalom, barakatah to you and your families, hopefully and until next time, shalom.